Good morning, people. Welcome once again to my channel. Today we are just discussing about, of course, our. Please, like, subscribe the channel. Today we're going to discuss about gold again, with the fundamentals and the technicals. Now, as you know, one thing that is there today, it is a very important day. Being a Wednesday, there have been too many important news which are scheduled. Like at 5:30 as per your standard time, uh, I have got prelim unemployment claims, and then of course we have got core PCE price index as well. So these are very important news. So I would want you to make sure that today is a very fundamental day. So make sure that you trade very carefully because today you can expect a lot of fluctuations as well, right? And there are reasons coming in for that. Now, like for example, let's go yesterday when we discussed the point of discussion PT 2610. So whenever I say, when the market is above this, we will always try and prefer buy, and that is what it was really good for buy yesterday. In fact, it reached at one point at 2641, which we always said that this is a very important point. Okay, and though it tried to come down back again, but went back up again. If you see, we drew this yesterday we drew this trend line as well, just to understand if we can cross this. Now, it did, and now it is at 2640. However, today when the market started 2631, so like as we always say, what we do is if the market is above this, closes above this, then we will always consider buy. Okay. However, considering this particular point and considering one important point of fundamental, which is the Israel-Lebanese war coming to ceasefire, right? So if you see Israel-Hezbollah ceasefire comes into effect now, because this thing has happened, okay, and people have started reacting to the ceasefire, there is a possibility that gold from here, from this point, might not be able to cross in. Okay, though there is a possibility, of course, we will discuss that as well, but it might fall down today, especially when the US session opens up with their news. Okay, so make sure that you trade accordingly and safely as well. So it can be a very good fluctuation that you might see today. Now, coming to our point of discussion again with 2631, let's say the market is up here. All we can do is our first rejection and the first take profit should be, if it has a buy position above this, excuse me, is 2642. Correct. So once we take that profit of 2642, that is when it might just take a dip a little. All right, and from here, just give me, yeah, from here, then the next range is our next important range of 2652. Now when I say 2652, always understand, always keep a fair value gap of between 2652 to 2650. Okay, which is very important. And of course from there, if it crosses above, then we have a bigger one, that is 2655 to 2668. So this, I'll just keep it as a minimum for the example as 2665. Okay, as the next target for it to go to. And we do have our the highest line where it might just go as 2684. Okay, now this is what the buy situation looks like. In a similar manner, if it goes for, excuse me, if it goes for the selling position, if it goes below this, which there is a possibility, like I'm again telling you today, because the fundamentally, today the day is very strong with the war situations, ceasefire news, and plus the US news coming up, which are very important news. So just try and understand that market might just come down, give you a bearish movement. Okay, and if that happens, so we know our first take profit is going to be 2624 to 2620, anywhere between that. So I'll keep it as 2620, but then make sure that, like I said, so you should always have a fair value gap. So 2620 to 2625, you can just book your first take profit from there. And then if the market goes below that, then it will come down to our point of 2612 to 2610 back again. Okay, so we'll take this as a previous point of 2610. All right, and then if it falls down, you have 2595. Now of course the market is going to try and test 2600 as well. Okay, because 2600 is a very important factor. Okay, because there are a lot of contracts. If you check with gold, there are a lot of contracts for 2600. There are a lot of contracts for 2640. So you see, these both are the range which are very, very strong. So it has to. But today, if it tries to go through and cross 2600 or 26, even for that matter, if it crosses 2624, excuse me, then there is a possibility that yes, it can just cross over 2600 and go down to 2595. The moment it crosses 2595, let me just show it to you over here on a 1 hour chart when we come. The moment we cross 264, 2595, then we should be expecting gold to cross, to touch and test 2575, and below that test 2550. Okay, because 2550 is again a very, very important line, where we, if you see over here, the previous bottom is at like 2547, correct? So anywhere around about 2547 to 2550 is going to be probably the next selling target. I mean, if you sell and if it crosses the 2624 and 2600 mark, and just closes and keep going on further, then you can expect it to even reach 2550, which is a good news for the swing trader, because this is where like we said, this we are talking about the inverse head and shoulder, and if it doesn't cross today, and reach over here, which is this part, right? If it doesn't reach over here, then from here we know that if it's getting a bottom line, then that is a swing trading, which will open, and you will get very good positions, very good buy positions, if at 2660, 2595, and then of course 2550 being the one of the best positions that you can ever get in this coming days and months, right? So for swing traders, yes, and for the people who don't trade in position trading, you can always, of course, the range that we have discussed. So as we know, just before I complete the session today, we know the session over here is, for buy position 2642, 2651, and then you've got 2665 or 66, and then of course you have the market till 2684. Okay, and for the selling positions, which is very important to understand, because every sell position, we always know that future terms, we know that long-term perspective, gold is set to go a little higher. So for us, selling position should be only to remove our profits, correct? So for sell position, again from here, we have got 2624 or 220, and then we have got 2610 and 2600, 2595, and then after that we have got a very good 2575 and 2550 as something to look for into buy situations. Okay, all right, so that's all. Make sure that you trade very safely today. You might expect a lot of fluctuations today, so you know the range, and this range, if you can keep in mind, make a note of it. You will, like for example, see, since the time we have been talking, it is just trying to test and cross this 2641, which is still not able to. So moment it does that, you will see the aggressive buying or the bullish movement up to 2650 and 53 and above that, of course. But if not, then you know where the range goes. So you have a wonderful day with that. Enjoy yourself at trading. We'll see you tomorrow for the daily forecast again. Until then, take care. Enjoy yourself.